Definitely. So we are learning the usage of the gerund. That gerund also here, 7 items as a normal usage. So that can be translated, after verb ing or having verb eden and also verb n. But so that gerund after that, when we put the word eva to emphasize, and the sense of that a bit change to the as soon as. So to the after the word, after the door. So if we put the a bit at that time, although, even though, that sense can be understood. We have learned already. And then that gerund with the negative na, but later change to the a. So agadawa without doing, agandawa without going. So instead of translating common way or usual way as say having not gone or having not done, instead of simply can be without doing, without going, without eating. So the sense of that gerund is changed. So simply can be understood in this way. And then now number 5. So that number 5 is widely we have already learned under the usage of the some word. So maybe under the usage of the accusative case also. Originally they are gerund, but later that gerund, used as a preposition. So at that time, prepositional object will be with the accusative case. So some of them here, the example. So here you see the word sandaya, and also the word bataya, and also the word sanjeja, and the asanle kedawa, and so nesaya, and the uba nesaya, so in the adaya, badeja, so many words. So for some word, meaning is not changed. So that is why that gerund can be understood. But some words, so its meaning also already changed. For example, the gerund verb araba. Araba means arabadi, gerund form of the arabadi. Arabadi means begins. But when we use as a gerund, and so it means change to the, not instead of starting with. So depending on or with reference to in this way. Meaning also change, usage also change. So that is one, that one considered as a in the decline even one nibada abhyaya or in the gram, even in the commentary also. But originally when we trace back, that one is coming from derived from the such a Arabati. So that is why such a gerund can be found in Pali literature frequently. So literally they are gerund, but using as a preposition. So prepositional gerund also we called. So that one we already widely learned. And then now number 5. So even though it is gerund, sometimes the present participle meaning also can be understood based on the context. So ida agandawa ahanjoran basse. So here ida agandawa gerund verb having come here. So ahanjoran basse, I saw the thief. Actually, the meaning of that sentence is when coming here, he saw the thief. Not here, he saw the thief. Wine coming here. So in this way, so at that time also, instead of using the ida agando ahanjoran basi, also possible, but here ida agandawa ahanjoran basi. In this way, in the sense of the present participle word, so such a gerund usage also sometimes can be found there. And then now the last one. So the last one is, we are forming the gerund, we already know that. So two ways we have. The first one is to the root. And the second one to the base. For example, to the root. So root gam and the door. Just change the mark to the na. So we have the gando. But to the base, by the DC. So we take the DC base. After that, the door. So we have the DC door. So in way of forming the gerund here, we have two ways. Among them, we never use the passive suffix. So that means they are active. That is, they said were also having expounded or after expounded. So, and then if we use the other way, expounds and, you see, active form expounds and, so Bodho Dhamman, they said the Blessed One expound the Dhammas and. So originally that gerund is active, not passive form. But sometimes that one can be found in the passive sense also. So for that example here, the last one, gerund may have passive signification. So can be used even though it is active form here, gahiddawa, rugaha, and the e inside the e change to the e, gahiddawa. So having taken literally, but so before the gerund we put the such a agent noun with the instrumental case. Chora chitakena gahiddawa, having been seized by the robber chief robber. So the one in the original context also we can see there. So in this paragraph, you see, so sita didaran gahiddawa adano, so wasanatanan gandawa, so sisa jene wasi jeso, with the thief. So taken the daughter of the rich one and go back to his own place. And then sisa jene wasi jeso, the other man, the other people he released. So Jora Jitako Bana, so that's a ruby beji dawa. So the chief robber, so attracted in her appearance and also Adenobarian Agasi get married to her. So Bodhisattva Itanama Kahati Bochi. So Bodhisattva also asked, where is she called such a name in this? And then the people said that. So Jora Jitakena Gahedawa Adeno Bariya Gada. So having taken by the cheap robber, so the meaning of the Gahedawa simply can be having taken by. Having been taken by the, so as it passes sense can be understood here, you see. So but active form, Gahedawa is active form. But having taken by the thief of a cheap thief, and then Adenobariya get married as his wife. So in this way, Sodawa and so on. So such a usage of the gerund in the passive sense also can be found there. So okay, now we finished the usage of the gerund. So 7 items as a simple way. So that gerund can be understood simply so having past participle or after verb ing or verb n. And also in the second way, after the gerund, when we see the wa, contracted form of the eva. So instead of normal way translation, having past participle or so as soon as he, she, like that. And also in that way, after the gerund, when we see a bit, but contracted as a bit, so although he goes there, but he didn't see anyone or something like that. And also before the gerund, not after, before the gerund, when we see the negative a, not prefix actually, negative a. So at the time, instead of translating normal way, understanding normal way as a negative, so without verb ing or maybe sometimes without noun also, without going, without doing, without mistake or something in this way. And then number 5, so gerund can be used as a preposition. And number 6, so present participle sometimes. And then now the last one, gerund, so can be found using in the passive sense also. Okay, now let's move to the next item. So at the very beginning, we are learning the syntax of the others here in the content. So syntax of adjective, syntax of pronoun, and syntax of verbs. Now we are learning under the syntax of verbs. Okay. So under the syntax of verb also, so we have already learned the usage of the present participle as a final verb or arcada verb, present tense, past tense, and future tense, optative, and the conditional imperative. These are final verb or arcada verb. And then dependent verb like the infinitive and the gerund or absolutive we finish. Now the last part is past participle form. So those participle also present participle, past participle, and the future present participle. Now we are here. So, okay, firstly, before going to the learning usage of that present participle, so we are forming present participle. So present participles are actually, such a Babel form, mainly 2 ways, like the previous one. For the gerund also, the first way to the root, and the second way to the base. For the infinitive also from the root, from the base, and past participle also from the root, from the base. And the future passive participle also from the root, from the base. So two-way we have two forms. But this present participle is not like that, not coming from the root, so mostly from the base. So that point we need to notice. Not like the other one, like the gerund or infinitive or past participle. So most of those, maybe 99% of that present participles are coming from the base form. So that is why to understand thoroughly, we are forming that past present participle. So we need to understand how many kinds of base. So those, even though we have the conjugational signs, 7 conjugational signs, but based on the ending vowel. So the first one is ending in the a. And the second one is ending in the a, ending in the a. And that one is ending in the o. And fourth one, the last one is ending in the a. Okay, so under the a, we use the a sign and negida in the a sign. And also from the 7 group, a ya sign and the ya sign also. For the r sign is so na and the nu na una. And from the o sign is just o. From the a sign also just a. Okay. So in this way can be summarized. So now we have the 4 types of base ending in based on their ending vowel. So based on that, so here R ending, R ending, O ending, and the A ending. So what happened? Actually, vowel base. So those present participle suffixes are also 3 kinds, and mana and the ana. So after O ending, R ending, R ending, O ending, A ending, all of 3 can be added, but changing is a bit different. For example, ending in the R, when we put the mana, that R becomes short. So for example, kina and the mana later become the kina mana. No kina mana, maybe because of sound system. And also after the ending in A base, when we use the mana or ana, that A is replaced with the aya. So that means desi form never used before the mana. Instead of desi, we use the desaya mana. So that is why we cannot find the desi mana or desi ana, desana. So with the desi and the ana, maybe a drop or a drop, we don't have the desena form or desana form. Only desaya mana or desayana. So that is here with the desaya mana and the desayana we have. But for the end, mana, ana, so are very simple to that. So put to the end, so get chant and the getcha mana, getchana. So a is with the all suffix can be found, but a is changing in this way. And the o also only ana for not found, but not here. Sorry. So o is only with the mana also, and with the anda also, karo mana and the current in this way also. But later, maybe guru mana, such a special form also can be found. So now R and the A also. But so some root, some specific root, root C. So root C, so we have the only single pronunciation or single syllable, monosyllabic we call it. Only one syllable. So such a one. So when we use the conjugational sign R, so E change to the A change to Aya. So at that time we have the saya base. But this saya is, so aya is originally conjugative suffix, not coming from the a become aya or something like that. So that is why this saya is like the sedi, sendi, sayadi in this way can be formed. So say sent, say mana, and also saya mana also. Both can be. So that means here in the they say mana we never find, but so coming from the say mana also we find, saya mana also we find that. Because originally that root is monosyllabic root, only one syllable, one consonant. And then now the root as is very common, very irregular in Pali all the time. So that root as, if we use the ant, so a is dropped, so sent. And also if we use the mana, so a is dropped, the sa mana. But we don't have the sana form. So sent, sa mana, and the sent or sad. So in this way also can be found there. So that is briefly we are forming that present participle. So the most important point you need to remember, most of the, maybe 99% of that present participle are coming from the base, not from the root. Only this root as is coming from the root. Because that root are also we never use in the conjugative suffix, even forming the verb also. So that is one. Okay, so that is the summarization of that way of forming present participle. So present participles are actually adjectives. So, for example, root gam. The meaning of root gam is to go. And then that root gam, so we add the a suffix conjugative sign, ma replaced with the gacha. So we have the gacha. So the meaning of that gacha base also just to go. Not changing yet. And then that gacha base, if we add the ant or mana or ana, so at that time we have the gachant and the gacha mana and the gachana. So at that time their meaning is changed. Going. So going means who is going, or simply going, or he who is going. So in this way, changing the meaning. So that means that is, because of that, they are called the adjectives, present participle adjective. So literal meaning of the all present participle meaning, all present participle words are just going, eating, walking, reading, teaching, or who is going, just that sense. Not the sense of why, not the sense of when. So the sense of why, or maybe in Pali easy, you see that present participle meaning can be understood sometimes when or why. That is not really present participle meaning. Present participle meanings are just going or who is going. That is the meaning of the construction. So that present participle adjectives so the first one can be used as the adjective. The second one, can be used the verb or predicate. Predicate function. That one, even though that is adjective, that can be used as a noun. So when it is used as a predicate function, sometimes the predicate or absolute construction. And the main sentence. So when we use the predicate of such an absolute construction, so at that time that one can be understood. We have already learned the nominative absolute, accusative absolute, and the four absolute construction. So the sense of that wine. So for example, Bhagawa so Sawatiya Viharando Iman Dhammagata Katesi or Desesi. So the one is, actually predicate function, but absolute. So why or when the Blessed One was dwelling in Savatthi, so he or the Blessed One expound this Dhamma talk. So in this way, so it can be understood. Not the sense of the present participle meaning, that is the sense of why or the sense of when are, just construction of the nominative absolute. Subject also with the nominative, that predicate also with the nominative. Okay, that point is a bit important. Maybe at the very beginning, for beginners to understand simply. But when it is used, so sometimes, Savatthi Yang Viharando Bhagawa. So the Blessed One who dwell in the Savatthi. So in this way, but such a context is not that sense. So sometimes referring to that one as a modifier also can be understood. The Blessed One who dwell in Savatthi, in expound the Dhamma as an adjective, but sometimes without using the following noun to modify. So that adjective itself also can function, as a noun function. So basically that. So that is one here. So in our note, so translated by why or whiles, so which sense is inherent in it. This present participle always express contemporaneity of the action. Maybe simply that is such an absolute construction. Not real meaning of the present participle, the sense of the construction. And then that present participle also nature of the adjectives, present participle adjectives. So that adjectives sometimes can be used as a substantive means noun. So it can be used as a noun when there is no other noun to be modified. So at that time, instead of translating who is going, he is going, she is going, or a man who is going in this way like that. And then, so now number 4. So conditional clause. Okay, let's go to our handout. So the present participle may also sometimes be translated as a conditional clause. That is secondary usage of the absolute construction. So in the number 3, absolute construction. The present participle is used as a substantively or translated by who or that one. Okay. 3, number 4. Sorry. So actually that is absolute construction. So when that present participle is used as the absolute construction, commonly the sense of the sense of when or the sense of while can be understood, time expression. But later that one also condition. When he is coming, so we will go together. Or when he is not coming, so we will go separately or something in this way. So coming, his coming here is condition to be united or to be separated. So in such a way, so conditional sense also can be understood. So here, Dan Labando Jiwesami, A Labando Idewa Maresami. So if I get that chance to be ordained mine, so I will live. If I don't get such a chance to enter the Buddha Sasana, so I will die here. So in this way. So here, Dan Labando, simply when I get that chance, or the other way, conditional sense, if I get that chance, I will live. But if I don't get such a chance, so I will die here. So that present participle is a part of the absolute construction. But so instead of saying why or when, so the sense of if, conditional sense, condition can be understood. In this way also can be understood. So if I obtain her or I shall live, if I not, so in this very spot shall I die. Here I will die in this way. So too in the next example also, Ada Masi Sahasan Labando. Ada Masi Sahasan Labando Ubathesami Dewa. So if I get 1,000 every fortnight, I will serve you, Lord. Mean you. Okay, so Ada Masi. So maybe 1 week or after fortnight. For 1 fortnight, you want to get as a fee, 1,000 fee. So if I get that, so I will serve you. But if I won't serve you in this way. So that is instead of the sense of why or when, the sense of if conditional sense is so better to understand. So too in the next, Ewon Karondo. So let's just see Akarando, let's just see. So actually the verb let's just see is labasati. So rule up. After that, future. So this ba and sasa replaced with the judge. So let's just see. So was and the sa sa also. These three sa replaced with the. In Pali, very special form only in the ancient, like the archive form, like the Soda Nibada or Dhammabara or Jataka can be found. And also the other one word, so Ruda. So Ruda may be reduplicated as a Dada. So after that, so Da and Sa also become Dachasi, or in this way also can be found there. So Lichasi, Wichasi, Dachasi, in this way. Okay, see here one of them. So okay, root love to obtain. So Ewon Garando literacy, when he perform in this way, he will get. But when he is not performing in this way, he won't get. So in this way, if you do so, you will get it. If you do not so, you won't get it. So in this way. And then now next item is the last one. So that present participle also with the be. So at that time, so the sense of, although can be understood. That one also, so in the absolute construction. So for example, so they will withstand, they will withstand the. They will withstand the not sami. So when it is raining, so I won't go. They will withstand the and not sami. But sometimes, so when we put a B, so R is omitted. They will withstand they be at the time, so we don't use. They will withstand they be, even though it is raining, I will go. So I don't take care of raining. So in this way, even though, so only in such an absolute construction, when we use such a be at the end of that present participle, that instead of why or when or if, such a sense of the although can be understood. Okay, so in the example also, you see here, so following the present participle may be rendered by although. So bidara, so wariya mano be, although prevented by his father, so maybe his father, so prevent him not to go, but he goes. In this way, bidara wariya mano be, although he is prevented by his father, but he goes away. He departed in this way. No other sense, did not included the other meaning, but can be understood. And also, then Abba Sando be, although, so he did not see him, although I did not see him, I don't see him, but I know he is coming, like that. So here, Abba Sando be. So actually, absolute construction. So result of absolute construction. After that, when we use such a be. So instead of why or when, such a sense of although can be understood. Okay, so now we finish such a usage of the present participle. So now the second participles past participle. So past participle also quite common usage in Pali, and the way of forming are also a little bit complicated. So that is a summary of them for the irregular forming, irregular change. So before learning that, maybe in diploma also you have already learned that. Now just recalling. So that past participle also are two-way. The past way is coming from root. So the second way is coming from the base. So we have the two present participle suffix da or na. So to the root, if we add the da or na, so all of the root, most of the root are ending in the consonant, like the gar or gam or something like that. But some rare root like the si or ni or ta, such a monosyllable root, except that all of the roots are ending in the consonant. So that is why when we add such a present participle suffix to the root, so mostly here two different consonants we can find, ra and the da, ma and the da, and something like that, ma and the na. So because of that, as a result of that, so the past we drop out the consonant. Maybe ramana drop or something like that. In the second way, instead of dropping, making the same. So, for example, ma and na become the na or something like that. So drop out the consonant, and also instead of the dropping, making the same. And also, when we see such a vowel ending, sometimes, without changing anything, for example, like the root bu, if we add the da, so directly we get the bu da. We don't change anything with such a monosyllabic root. But sometimes, for some root, like the root ta, if we add the da, the r is changed to the e. Such a vowel change also can be found there. That is for such a monosyllabic root. Okay, so this is for the first one. But the last one is before that, just it is inserted. So that is different between some participle coming from the root or coming from the base. From that point, we can guess it. Okay, so let's stop for today. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.